Welcome to Whatever You Need, where truth hides behind every lens and fame is only the beginning of the story. If you love uncovering what truly happens in the glamorous yet fragile world of television, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and hit the join button to support our channel. Today, we explore a controversy that has set Turkish social media ablaze, a tale of passion, professionalism, and the ghosts of a past love that refuses to fade quietly. Long before its official debut, the new romantic drama featuring Demet Özdemir and Çağatay Ulusoy managed to conquer the public's imagination, not through trailers or posters, but through whispers, leaks, and speculation. A few fleeting clips that escaped the set's supposed security were enough to ignite the flames of debate across every corner of social media. What the public saw, or believed they saw, was an intimacy so charged, so real, that fans struggled to separate fiction from reality. In those leaked moments, Demet and Çağatay weren't merely acting. They seemed to embody an entire symphony of unspoken emotion. The camera lingered on their closeness, their whispered exchanges, and a single kiss that was so natural it made some viewers uncomfortable. The result: instant virality. Hashtags trended, fan pages clashed, and tabloids devoted columns to analyzing every movement, every breath. Yet, amid this storm of fascination and judgment, another figure began to draw attention, someone who wasn't even in the series, but whose history with Demet was impossible to erase. Yaman's name returned to the headlines like an echo from another era. His once celebrated on-screen and off-screen partnership with Demet Özdemir and Turkish, Early Bird, had long ago fueled one of Turkish television's most passionate fan bases. The chemistry between them had transcended fiction. It was as if the audience had been witnessing a real relationship unfolding before their eyes. But like many stories written in the language of fame, theirs eventually ended, quietly, respectfully, and as many hoped, permanently. When the first teaser of Demet's new series dropped, insiders whispered that Yaman had reacted not with indifference, but with frustration. According to those close to the actor, upon seeing the scenes, he reportedly told his inner circle, "Enough is enough." What exactly that meant, no one could say with certainty, but those few words were enough to send the rumor mill spinning again. Was this jealousy? Nostalgia? A sense of protectiveness that lingered beyond love? If you're captivated by this tangled web of art and emotion, hit the like button right now and tell us in the comments. Do you think Yaman has a right to feel uncomfortable, or is this simply part of the profession? Don't forget to subscribe and press join to help Whatever You Need keep bringing you the stories behind the screens, the ones that no one else dares to tell. The clips that started this entire debate revealed what appeared to be a passionate scene between Demet and Çağatay, a slow, tender moment framed by soft lighting and authentic chemistry. The realism of their interaction blurred the boundaries between acting and feeling. Some praised their professionalism, arguing that the mark of a good actor is precisely the ability to make fiction believable. Others, however, read deeper and darker meanings into it. According to whispers from those in the production's inner circles, Yaman's irritation was not purely emotional but partly reputational. One source allegedly quoted him as saying, "They didn't have to take it that far, there are limits, even in art." To some, this reflected concern for how Demet might be perceived by the public. To others, it hinted at possessiveness disguised as care. Meanwhile, Çağatay Ulusoy remained unbothered by the chaos. Calm, composed, and ever the professional, he offered a concise statement that seemed designed to extinguish the flames. Demet is an incredibly professional actress. Everything you see on screen was written in the script and directed precisely that way. His tone was serene, his words chosen with surgical precision, a contrast to the storm outside. The beauty of her restraint lay precisely in what she didn't say. In an era of instant reactions and viral statements, Demet's silence became the loudest commentary of all. Some fans applauded her composure, others wondered if it masked something deeper, perhaps exhaustion from being constantly compared to a past she had already outgrown. As expected, social media erupted into camps. On one side, those who championed Demet's professionalism, "She's an actress, not a memory," wrote one user on X, "Yaman needs to move on and respect her craft." On the other, voices insisting that emotional history can't be ignored. "You can't just erase the past, of course he feels something." Every platform turned into a digital courtroom, each user both judge and jury. Fan accounts began dissecting the timeline of events: when the trailer dropped, when Ken allegedly reacted, when Demet posted her photo. Even international entertainment outlets began to cover the saga, fascinated by how personal emotion could erupt so explosively from professional art. If you're enjoying this deep analysis, remember to subscribe to Whatever You Need, and click the join button to keep our stories alive. What do you think about professional boundaries between actors who once shared a past? Should exes stay silent, or is silence itself a statement? Let's talk in the comments. Your voice shapes our next video. Whether those accounts are true or not, the tension is undeniable. Industry observers point out that Ken's upcoming projects could be overshadowed by the renewed attention on his private life, a reality he has spent years trying to avoid. As one journalist noted in Turkish television, emotions never fully belong to the private world. Once you fall in love under the lights, that love never really ends, it simply changes scripts. For Demet and Çağatay, the attention has been both a blessing and a burden. Their chemistry, meant to propel the series into the limelight, has instead sparked a cultural debate about the boundaries of realism in art. How real is too real? When does authenticity cross into controversy? Demet, according to crew members, approached the scene with careful preparation and professionalism. Directors on set reportedly praised her and Çağatay for handling the emotional intensity with discipline and sensitivity. Yet the public's reaction was far less disciplined, a reminder that audiences crave authenticity but are rarely prepared for its consequences. Experts in media psychology have weighed in on the controversy, calling it a perfect case study in projected emotion. As one analyst explained on a morning program, the public tends to read genuine feeling where good acting exists. Add a shared history between the actors involved, and the boundary between art and life dissolves in the viewer's mind. In that dissolution lies the heart of the problem. Yaman's name continues to orbit Demet's, not because of new affection, but because of a narrative that refuses to die. The irony is sharp: the more he insists on distance, the more his silence is interpreted as confirmation of emotional unrest. And there you have it, a story that blurs the line between art and reality, where performance becomes confession, and silence becomes the loudest form of speech. What do you think? Is this a case of professional misunderstanding, or does the past always leave a trace too deep to hide? Let us know in the comments, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, like, and click the join button to support Whatever You Need. Your engagement helps us continue uncovering the human truths hidden behind celebrity headlines, because here, we don't just tell stories, we explore the emotions that make them unforgettable.